All right, let's get right into it because this is huge. The government of Quebec just dropped a bombshell announcement that honestly could be a total game changer for international students. We're talking about a whole new way to study in Canada, and you're going to want to hear this.
So, this is the big question, right? The one that's probably on your mind right now. Can I really get a top notch Canadian education without paying those massive international student fees? I mean, it sounds way too good to be true, doesn't it?
Well, believe it or not, in the province of Quebec, the answer is now a huge yes. International students can actually get their tuition fees completely waived. You'd pay the same fees as a Canadian student. But, and you knew there was a but coming, it all hinges on a few very, very specific conditions. So, what are these all-important conditions? This is probably the most critical part of this whole thing. So, let's break down exactly what you need to do to get in on this incredible opportunity. And here it is, the number one non-negotiable rule. To qualify, you have to enroll in a university and live in a city that is outside of the big Montreal metropolitan area. Let me say that again. You cannot live or study in Montreal and get this deal.
So, why would they do that? Well, it's actually a pretty smart move by the Quebec government. You see, almost everyone who comes to Quebec, students, immigrants, you name it, goes straight to Montreal. This program is their way of spreading the love, attracting talented people to other fantastic cities, and helping them grow.
Okay, so the first thing you're probably thinking is, am I going to be living in the middle of nowhere? Right? What's the quality of life really like outside of the big city? Is giving up Montreal worth it? And the answer is, no, you're not moving to the wilderness. These are real, fully developed cities and towns. We're talking places with everything you need. Great hospitals, schools for your kids, supermarkets, modern roads, all of it. And as more people move in, the job opportunities are just going to get better and better. The government has put out a full list of all the eligible cities and universities, so you can check them out for yourself.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I know what some of you are thinking. What if I just sign up for a school outside Montreal, get my visa, land in Canada, and then just move to Montreal anyway? It's a sneaky thought, but trust me, the government is way, way ahead of you on this one.
So yeah, trying to game the system is a really bad idea. Here's why. When you arrive, you literally have to sign a legally binding document promising to live in your designated city. If you break that promise, it's not pretty. They'll cancel your study permit and could even deport you. Oh, and they'll send you a bill for all the tuition fees you were supposed to get for free. On top of all that, your student work permit is locked to that region, so you can't even legally work anywhere else. Okay, so let's say you're cool with living outside Montreal. Awesome. The next big question is, what can you actually study? This isn't a free-for-all. They're looking for students in very specific fields. So the government has targeted this program to fill jobs in high-demand sectors. Think about careers that are essential for a growing economy. We're talking about information technology and programming, all types of engineering, the health and medical fields, social services, and a really big one, education, from teaching little kids in early childhood programs all the way up. Now, one of the best parts is how flexible it is with the type of degree. The only rule is that it has to be a full-time program, so about 40 hours a week of commitment. But it doesn't matter if you're going for a short diploma, a bachelor's degree, a master's, or even a PhD. As long as it's full-time and in one of those approved fields, you're good to go. Okay, now for the next big condition, and it's a major one. Your program has to be taught in French. But wait, before you click away, listen to this, because they've built in an amazing solution. If you don't speak French, that's okay. The universities will give you a free 1-year language program to get you completely fluent before you start your actual degree. And here's how that works. You get something called a conditional admission. It's basically the university saying, yes, we accept you for your engineering program on the one condition that you pass this 1-year French course first. It's a perfect stepping stone, and it makes this whole thing possible for so many more people. So, you're okay with the city, you've picked a field, and you're up for the French challenge. What's next? How do you actually apply? Let's walk through the whole process, step by step. The process itself is actually pretty logical. First, you find that official government list of universities and email the ones you're interested in. Just ask them what documents they need. Then, you get all your paperwork together and email it back to them. If they like what they see, you'll get that golden ticket, the official acceptance letter. With that letter, you go to the Canadian immigration website and apply for your study permit. The very last step is usually a quick trip to a Canadian embassy or a visa center in your country to give your fingerprints and get a photo taken. That's it. But getting that acceptance letter is really just the beginning. This program is about so much more than just a free education for you. It's designed to set up your entire family for a new life and a long-term future in Canada. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, this part is an absolute game changer. As the student, you get your study permit, plus you can work part-time, up to 20 hours a week. But get this, your spouse or partner gets an open work permit. That means they can work full-time for any company, anywhere in the entire province of Quebec. Yes, even in Montreal. And if you have kids under 18, they can go to Canadian public school completely free. And the good news just keeps coming after. You throw your graduation cap in the air. Once you finish your program, you're eligible for a 2-year work permit. This is your chance to get that all-important Canadian work experience. And that experience is the key to the final step, the ultimate goal, applying for permanent residency and making Canada your new permanent home. So there you have it. We're talking free tuition, amazing support for your family, and a clear, direct path to becoming a permanent resident. Now, it does ask for something in return, a commitment to learning French and a willingness to build your life in a new community outside the big city. So the only question left to ask yourself is this the journey for you?